Hi, welcome to my Naruto manga chapter 679 reviews. Chapter is called The Beginning of Everything. And to be honest with you, this chapter felt really short to me. But it was basically just centered around Madara's transformation into Kaguya, the rabbit goddess. And basically, it's like, it was a cool chapter, but I mean, I don't know. It just left me feeling like there should have been at least a little bit more. I mean, obviously, Kaguya is like a godlike character, and she's pretty badass as it is. And there's a lot of mentions of her power in this chapter, but I mean, I don't know. I just really wish we could have got a little bit more. I guess we're gonna have to wait till next fucking week, whatever. Anyways, basically this chapter starts out. Madara's just standing there screaming in pain as Team 7 just looks on at him like, damn, what the fuck? They're just staring at him. And basically all this big, dense, massive chakra just shoots out of the ground under Team 7, sending them and they flying into the air. And all this chakra just goes straight to Madara and just starts absorbing it all. And basically it's like they deduce, I kind of figured this out already, but all this chakra came from everyone who's under the infinite Tsukuyomi. It's basically everyone's chakra just being fed into the caster. And so basically this is like aiding in his transformation into Kaguya, because I mean she's like this all-powerful being with all this big massive chakra. So I mean that's her chakra coming back to her basically. And Naruto even notes that this chakra is so mass, it's even more chakra than the Jubi itself. So Kaguya is just beast. I mean, even Sasuke mentions that once the transformation is complete, that Kaguya is on a whole different level than Madara chakra-wise. Like, she is way more powerful than even Madara himself. So yeah, she ain't no one to fuck with. But basically, all this chakra shoots into Madara, and his body can't sustain it. He starts, like, inflating on some fucking balloon-type shit. And from the looks of it, like, Black Zetsu goes onto him and is, like, kind of holding them together at some parts. But Naruto and Sasuke decide, alright, we better take him out now while he can't move, or before his transformation happens, because they already figured something's about to go down. The second he like started screaming, before the chakra even went into him, all his limbo shadows disappeared. Obviously Madara's under someone else's control. Why else would he lose his limbo shadows? That's like his line of defense. So yeah, Madara's just fucked at this point. But basically, he starts like inflating up. Everyone decides, alright, we better attack him. Well, not everyone. Sasuke and Naruto decide we better attack him now while he can't move. And so there's like this panel of Naruto like halfway running on his way to attack like fucking inflatable Madara. And Sasuke is just sort of standing there. He does that like teleportation technique. And basically it's like his Sharingan ability thing. And you can get like this panel of like Sakura and like astonishment. He like teleports there within the blink of an eye, beats Naruto to Madara, and slices him with his sword, his lightning control sword. And basically it's like to no avail. It does like absolutely nothing. He gets wrapped up in the massive chakra, and so does Naruto before Naruto even does anything. And by this point I kind of noticed, I thought the massive chakra kind of looked like hair. It reminded me almost of like Kushina, like when she got pissed and all her hair got standing up. It's kind of what it looked like to me. And basically it turns out that's Kaguya's hair they're wrapped up in, not just chakra. And so basically at this point they get wrapped up, and it's Zetsu who says it, but it sounds like something Kaguya would say to me. But he says two flies, or two insects flying into a fire, because Naruto and Sasuke are so small compared to the mass scale of power that Kaguya has gained. And I mean, if you look at it, it's like Madara is so fat and huge too. It's like a metaphor for how big he is compared to them, I guess. But basically, they just get trapped, they get immobilized, and of course Naruto starts worrying about everyone. Oh, if all this chakra gets absorbed, what's going to happen to everyone under the Tsukuyomi? Are they just going to die? And it really looks like Sasuke gives no fucks. He just says, "Grr," like, I don't know. He's just like, oh fuck, I'm wrapped up. He doesn't really say shit. And basically, Black Zetsu tells him, don't worry. Like, Kaguya did this jutsu once before, and last time the people were under infinite Tsukuyomi and she kept them alive, they turned into white Zetsus, and he calls them their soldiers. And so basically, this whole plan is, it seems, to get Kaguya, this mass army, everyone on Earth is going to become a white Zetsu and be Kaguya's slave, essentially. And it almost leads me to believe that Kaguya is trying to like conquer other planets. I mean, she tells them when she shows up, oh, like, this is my sacred garden or something. You can no longer damage the earth. Like, It's like, what the hell? Like, she seems like she's just trying to conquer shit to, like, continue conquering or something. Like, the earth ain't enough for this bitch. So after being wrapped up in the massive chakra hair, Black Zetsu even says to them that he's gonna suck up their chakra as well. And at that point, Sakura seems a little worried. She looks like she's about to run in, and try to do something useful or, reckless more or less. And Kakashi tells her, don't even try. Like, if you don't have a clear plan of attack, there's really no point in even going in. You'll just get messed up. And basically, they continue struggling, trying to get out. And basically, the chakra, like, I don't know, it just looks like Madara is just... He gets to the point where he's so inflated that he looks like he's just gonna explode, and the only thing you can really see is like Black Zetsu holding his face almost together, which is kind of fucked off. But basically, he gets to the point where this chakra, it's like almost black chakra, consumes all of Madara. You no longer see him, and then all of a sudden you see the Sharingan open on the forehead, and like the transformation's complete, and Kaguya shows her face really. And yeah, basically Naruto and Sasuke are just wrapped up all in her hair. And they're basically struggling to get out, and they all of a sudden that like thing on their hand, I guess it's like a tattoo or whatever that the sage gave them of the moon and the sun start glowing, and whatever that power is. Kaguya apparently is like, get that shit out of here. She fucking throws them with her fucking hair. Like, I ain't trying to get none of that bullshit. They like smash into the ground really hard, and obviously they're fine. But Sakura asks the question, oh god, like Sasuke, Naruto-kun. Of course, she always says Sasuke first, but Kakashi's like, bitch, they're fine. Basically, after Sakura asks about them, she really notices Kaguya's presence. She seems like super like scared of Kaguya. Kaguya don't really give two fucks about Sakura or Kakashi at this point. She just activates her Byakugan, and she's staring at Naruto and Sasuke, like talking to herself. It seems like, oh, this must be Ashura and Indra, And I feel like she deduces it isn't Ashura and Indra because she looks at their chakra network and everything with her Byakugan. But she definitely notices that Hagoromo gave them that power, the power that they have on their hands. Naruto and Sasuke then just get up, and Sakura seems to be relieved that they're fine, but she asks, starts questioning, stating the obvious, why did Madara turn into this thing, and who is she? Sasuke basically is like, gives no fucks. He doesn't say anything, but he has like an inner monologue thinking to himself, like, oh damn, this chakra's on a whole nother level than Madara. Like, how can someone at this power scale even exist? We get this panel of Obito like knocked the fuck out still, and Kakashi's like seems very very concerned for his old friend, even though right now in the anime Obito just got done fucking up Kakashi, but whatever. Everyone's sort of just staring in fear at Kaguya, and just like a big silence, no one has really anything to say, and then Kakashi breaks the silence, asking her like, what's your plan, what's the point of all this, and Kaguya says basically, this land, the earth is my nursery, and basically she doesn't want them to hurt it anymore, to destroy the earth, and she says, let's stop this fighting. Naruto and Sasuke are like, the fuck, we ain't like stopping shit, they're sort of just staring there, and then next thing you know, she's just like, alright, then vanish, and it's like the last panel is just, I don't know, it's kind of confusing, because it's just like, maybe it's her manipulating the environment that much, but it's like they're suddenly in this cave, and it looks like the ground is gone, and it's just like lava or something, and Sasuke and Naruto are falling, but it doesn't seem like Kakashi and Sakura are falling. It seems like they're sort of floating, and Kaguya is floating too, so I feel like maybe she's making them float, and she's gonna like suck their chakra, She couldn't drain Sasuke or Naruto's chakra, because Hagoromo's power, but what's to stop her from draining Sakura and Kakashi's chakra? Nothing at all. So basically, that's the end of the chapter. It's kind of like a cliffhanger, literally. They're falling off a fucking cliff into lava. But tell me what you guys think of this chapter. I thought it was pretty cool. I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10, because not much happened, but what did happen was pretty fucking epic. Leave your thoughts in a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like. That helps out a lot. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more epic content. As always, guys, have an awesome day. Peace.